This October, Hospice of the Big Country is hosting their Life After Loss bereavement program virtually. Now, here to tell us how you can take part is Bert Williams. Thanks so much for being here today, Bert.
Thank you.
Well, tell us a little bit about first what this program is.
Life After Loss is a program aimed to be a part of the process by which those who have lost loved ones come to begin to process more and more of the loss so as to move on down the road after the passing of a loved one.
And how important is this program to a lot of, your patients' families who have lost?
We feel like that it is a very vital part of the grieving process, and the folks who have participated with us have indicated that they found a good deal of benefit in it. And so there are several different factors that go into processing a loss. And yet this is one in which we try to sort of distill the typical things that people deal with when they lose a loved one. Obviously, every person, every family is unique. And yet what we try to do is anticipate. These are some of the markers that would indicate if you're able to process along this line, you're probably doing pretty well. If you're stuck somewhere, let us help, and we'll see what we can do to move it forward.
Now, at what point did y'all have to shut down this program due to the pandemic?
Goodness, it's been probably about 7 months since we had to shut down basically almost our entire bereavement program, and so it's been a long time.
So then that kind of leads into this new thing that y'all are doing. Tell us a little bit about how this idea came up.
Well, it's one of the things we've all scrambled to try and figure out. How do we maintain some kind of support to the folks who really have need of it? And so an obvious place to start would be to look at doing something virtual. And so part of the team that I work with went to work to try to figure out how can we gain access, our families gain access to what we're doing. So we're using a program called Chrome Meet, and so people will call in if they have an interest and a desire and register with us, and then we in turn will get back with them to tell them the details, and then we'll have a brief orientation period, the first visit, so that because people come from different places of expertise, we want to be sure that everybody's comfortable.
Now, is this a group thing, or are you guys going to be doing one-on-one?
It is a group thing, and we're having a limited number to work with this first time. Reservations are required in order for us to be able to set it up and get it ready to go.
And so one last question, I guess, how can people get involved? Do they contact you, or will you contact them?
Well, the first contact comes from them to our main number, 793-5450. And if they will just call and leave their number, say, I'm interested, then I will personally call them back, and then we'll set up how they go about doing it.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for being here today. And if you would like to take part in the Life After Loss program this October, meetings will be on Mondays from October 5th through November 2nd. Meetings will be from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Now, enrollment is limited and reservations are required. And for more information or how to RSVP, you can call 793-5450. Thanks so much for being here.